welcome to our channel.
My name is Nura Aina binti Muhammad Nazim, matric number 272822.
And my name is Aina Murshida binti Ahmad Hawari, matric number 272614.
We are from Group A.
You. Okay, today we will talk a serious topic which is about
Mental illness. Mental illness, also called mental health disorder, refers to a wide range of mental health conditions or disorders that affect your mood, behavior and thinking. Examples of mental illness include depression, eating disorder, anxiety disorder, and addictive behavior. Many people have a mental health concern from time to time, but a mental health concern becomes a mental illness when ongoing signs and symptoms cause frequent stress and affect your ability to function. This condition deeply impact day by day living and may affect ability to relate to others. A mental illness can make you miserable and can cause problems in your daily life, such as at school or work or in relationship. In most cases, symptoms can be managed with a combination of medication and talk therapy, or we call that psychotherapy. If you have or think you might have a mental illness, the first thing you must know is that you are not alone. But sadly, it happened in Malaysia. A national survey by a Ministry of Health has revealed that Malaysians aged 13 to 17 are critically suffering from a mental health problem. 1 in 5 students are depressed, 2 in 5 students are anxious, 1 in 10 students are stressed. The same survey also showed the statistic for the prevalence of suicidal thought of 10% among the students, which has increased about 3% from 7.9% in 2012. Most suicidal attempts by a student are caused by a mental health issue, but many parents are not aware of it. Who would have thought that a primary school student will attempt to commit suicide when they should be living in happy and worry-free life during their childhood? Mental health conditions are far more common than you think, mainly because you don't like to or scared to talk about them. None of this means that you are broken or that you or your family did something wrong. Mental illness is no one's fault. And for many people, recovery, including meaningful roles in the social life, school and work, is possible, especially when you start treatment early and plays a strong role in your own recovery process. There are many types of mental illness often occur in our world, but I just highlight 2 of it: anxiety disorder and depression. What is anxiety disorder? Anxiety disorder are a group of mental health problems. They include generalized anxiety disorder, sociophobia, and specific phobia. For example, agoraphobia and claustrophobia, and panic disorder. Depression is often related to anxiety disorder. Everyone experiences anxiety and fear at times. These are normal and helpful human emotions that help us deal with danger. Kat yang tu.
Okay. Sekali lagi. 1, 2, 3, action.
Everyone experience anxiety and fear at times. These are normal and helpful human emotions that help us deal with danger. However, some people experience excessive and irrational anxiety and worries that become ongoing and distressing and that interfere with their daily life. This may indicate the anxiety disorder. Often there appear to be no obvious or logical reason for the way of the person feel. This may make the anxiety disorder even more worry to the sufferer. Secondly, depression or major depressive disorder is a common and serious medical illness that negatively affect how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. Fortunately, it is also treatable. Depression causes a feeling of sadness and a loss of interest, in activity once enjoyed. It can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems that can decrease a person's ability to function at work or at home.
Now, I want to explain details about one type of the mental illness that Aina mentioned just now, which is depression. What is depression? Many people use the word depression to explain these kinds of feelings, but depression is much more than just sadness. Some people describe depression as a living in a black hole or having a feeling of impending doom. However, some depressed people don't feel sad at all. They may feel lifeless, empty and apathetic, or may in particular may even feel angry, aggressive and restless. What are the signs and symptoms of depression? Depression varies from person to person, but there are some common signs and symptoms, which is loss of interest in daily activities, no interest in former hobbies, pastimes, or social activities. You have lost your ability to feel joy and pleasure. Second is appetite or weight changes, significant weight loss or weight gain, a change of more than 5% of body weight in a month. Third is sleep change, either insomnia, especially waking in the early hours of the morning, or oversleeping, also known as hypersomnia. And lastly is concentration problems, trouble focusing, making decisions, or remembering things. There are many types of depression. Knowing what type of depression you have can help you manage your symptoms and get the most effective treatment. First is major depression. Major depression is characterized by the inability to enjoy life and experience pleasure. The symptoms are constant, ranging from moderate to severe. Left untreated, major depression typically lasts for about 6 months. Some people experience just a single depressive episode in their lifetime, but more commonly, major depression is a recurring disorder. Second is dysthymia, also known as recurrent or mild depression. Dysthymia is a type of chronic low-grade depression. More days than not, you feel mildly or moderately depressed, although you may have brief periods of normal mood. The symptoms of dysthymia are not as strong as the symptoms of major depression, but they last a long time, at least 2 years. Third is bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder, also known as manic depression, is characterized by cycling mood changes. Episodes of depression alternate with manic episodes, which can include impulsive behavior, hyperactivity, rapid speech, and little to no sleep. Typically, the switch from one mood extreme to the other is gradual, with each manic or depressive episode lasting for at least several weeks. However, the treatments for bipolar depression are very different. Lastly, seasonal affective disorder, also known as SAD. While the onset of winter can cause many of us to experience a drop in mood, some people actually develop a seasonal depression, otherwise known as seasonal affective disorder, SAD. SAD can make you feel like a completely different person to who you are in the summer, such as hopeless, sad, tense, or stressed, with no interest in friends or activities you normally love. Did you guys know what is the cause of depression? Experts believe that depression is caused by a combination of biological, psychological, and social factors. In other words, your lifestyle choices, relationships, and coping skills matter just as much, if not more so, than genetics. There are the risk factors of depression. Certain risk factors make you more vulnerable to depression. First is loneliness, lack of social support, recent stressful life experiences, family history of depression, financial strain, and early childhood trauma or abuse.
Okay, so now I want to share with you guys about one celebrities that have depression, a serious depression. So let's see who is it. So I think I want to pick about Robin Williams. Did you guys know who is Robin Williams? I don't. Before this, I don't know who is Robin Williams. So there is his face. To you guys that don't know, okay, his face. This is Robin Williams. Okay. So I will read about his story. Okay. Now from the Robin Williams story, we can conclude that depression is very painful and dangerous because it can leading us to death if we don't take any treatment. So I think if we have a symptoms of depression, like we cannot sleep on time, or we don't feel peaceful, I think we should to get some treatment or get a counseling from counselor that can decrease our problem. If we left untreated, I think the disease will be more worsened, and it will, will push ourselves to kill ourselves. Yeah, kill ourselves. So I think to you guys who have the symptoms of depression that I have mentioned it before, I think you guys better meet a counselor to get motivation and to get a solution to your problems, and you guys can go to do treatment, yeah, to make your problem decrease, and to avoid you guys from depression, anxiety, all types of mental illness lah. Last sentence from me: everyone has their problems, but don't lose your happiness just because you focus too much on your problems. Remember it.
From overall topic that we discussed above, I personally think that depression is not a joke, because it is something that we cannot make fun of it. When someone is fighting with depression by mocking or ignore them, it is something that you can understand with your mind, and we also don't know if our words make things worse. When you are expressing your own feeling, the phrase you use may seem clear and to the point, but the person with depression may feel attacked, misunderstood, and deeply hurt. It is important to talk about your mental health, to discuss about your mental health with someone you care about. But if you don't use tact and compassion, you end up to help do more harm than good. Now, anyone can tell me how it feels to have a depression? No, until you feel it. Depression and anxiety, it is a battle of people trying to fight with. A minute you feel happy, you're smiling all day, but in a minute you feel sad and miserable. You feel like the world is collapsed. Your mind and thought, who are the one who kills you inside. It is addictive, even though you try to stop though. It keeps coming day by day. weeks by weeks, perhaps month by month. Maybe there is a day you thought it will be over soon or later. You say to yourself, finally, I can live in the happy world. My life is full of joy. But there is a minute you feel like giving up is only the choice. The demon inside you, the negative thought, are the one who kills you slowly from inside. You will start to crumble. You will start to collapse as your feelings are mixed. You lost the ability to find the beauty in this world. You only can see the darkness in the world. If you are going through a hard time right now, I get that it's hurt a lot and maybe it's just too much for you to bear. I know behind those smiles, behind those beautiful smiles of yours, hide a billion things of unsaid things. I get that you are upset and the things are not going to be the same. But please remember this: everything's gonna be alright. Everything gonna be okay. Everything gonna be fine. You were art, even though you were not but made by colors and paint. You were made in skin and a broken heart, but still, you are masterpiece to others.
So that's all from us.
Thank you for watching. Bye bye.